In every era, in every corner of the world, evil has taken many forms. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, sometimes it leaves a trail of bodies, and sometimes it rewrites history. Welcome to the Criminal Index, the place where history's darkest figures are brought into the light. From twisted serial killers, to unstoppable warlords, to the chilling crimes the world forgot. We dive deep into the psychology, the power, the patterns, and the questions that still haunt us. How did they get away with it? What made them this way? Could they have been stopped? Like the video, subscribe and enter the index, and discover the truth behind the world's darkest minds. Before he was a conqueror, he was a kid with nothing. Born around 1162 in the cold Mongolian steppes, his real name was Temujin. His tribe, dirt poor, his family, exiled and starving. At age 9, his father was poisoned and the rest of the clan kicked Temujin and his family out to die. He learned early that loyalty is rare and survival comes first. Temujin grew up hunting for food, avoiding wolves and fending off rival tribes. He was even captured and enslaved at one point, but he didn't give up. He escaped, gathered allies, and began to build something more. He didn't just want revenge, he wanted control. By his 20s, Temujin had done the unthinkable. He united rival Mongol clans, many of whom hated each other. How? He promoted based on merit, not bloodline. He made laws, built loyalty, and cracked down on corruption. He allowed freedom of religion, unheard of at the time. And in 1206, the tribes crowned him Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. The outcast boy was now the leader of the Mongol nation. Here's where things get scary. Genghis didn't just have soldiers, he had a system. The Mongol army was fast. Light cavalry moved faster than any European knight. Disciplined. Training was brutal. Mistakes in battle could mean death. Smart. They used scouts, maps, spies, and signals. Flexible. They learned from enemies, adopted foreign tech, improved it. They fought in tight formations, surrounded enemies, and faked retreats to trap armies. Genghis treated battle like chess, always 5 moves ahead. And get this, they communicated using relay stations like an ancient FedEx across thousands of miles. This let him control an empire in real time. Genghis Khan didn't just win with swords, he won with fear. He was a master of psychological warfare. He'd send messengers to a city, surrender or be erased from history. If they refused, he'd make an example out of them, burn the city, kill the rulers, leave a handful alive to tell the story. Word spread fast. Cities began surrendering without a fight, terrified of what was coming. Fear became his strongest weapon. Let's talk numbers. In just 20 years, Genghis Khan's armies conquered northern China, Persia, Iran, Central Asia, and parts of Eastern Europe. Cities like Nishapur, Bukhara, and Zhongdu, modern-day Beijing, fell like dominoes. He destroyed powerful dynasties. He crushed knights, samurai, and sultans. And behind it all was one strategy: total domination. But here's the twist. He wasn't just destroying. Genghis Khan rebuilt what he conquered. He protected trade routes, like the Silk Road, spread technology, science, and paper money, encouraged cultural exchange. He may have been a warlord, but he knew how to run an empire. It sounds weird, but in some ways, Genghis Khan was progressive. He banned the kidnapping of women. He abolished aristocratic privilege. He punished thieves and corrupt officials hard. He allowed total religious freedom. In his mind, if you were loyal and useful, you could live. If not, well, he had other plans. He created one law for everyone, not just the elite. In the 1200s, that was revolutionary. Genghis Khan wasn't just a brute, he was a brutal genius. equal parts warlord and reformer. In 1227, after decades of conquest, Genghis Khan died. How? Nobody knows for sure. Some say he fell off a horse. Others say he was assassinated. Maybe he died from wounds in battle. His burial site is still a mystery. His men killed anyone who saw the funeral, to keep it secret forever. But even in death, his empire kept growing. His descendants ruled over China, Persia, Russia, and parts of India and Eastern Europe. At its peak, the Mongol Empire was the largest contiguous empire in human history. And it all started with a boy named Temujin. So, what made Genghis Khan unstoppable? It wasn't just bloodshed. It wasn't just fear. It was vision. He saw beyond the tribe. He saw an empire. Loyalty. He inspired it, not demanded it. Discipline. His armies were precise machines. Adaptability. He learned from everyone and improved everything. Strategy. He outthought, outmoved, and outfought every enemy. Timing. He struck fast and he struck first. He wasn't just a warrior. Temujin didn't just want to survive. He wanted to unite the Mongol tribes, something no one thought was possible. But once he did that, he didn't stop. He looked outward. "The sky has one sun," he said. "The world should have one ruler." He wasn't interested in borders. He saw the entire world as conquerable. That kind of ambition is rare and dangerous. Unlike most rulers of his time, Genghis promoted based on skill, not family name. A slave could become a general. A poor soldier could earn riches. People followed him, not just out of fear, but because he gave them a future. He reshaped what power looked like and made loyalty more valuable than blood. Every empire he fought had something he didn't. Chinese engineers, Persian siege weapons, Muslim accountants. He didn't reject them. He hired them. He learned from his enemies, improved their tools, and used their strategies against them. While other empires resisted change, Genghis evolved constantly. That made him impossible to predict and impossible to stop. Genghis understood something modern war planners still wrestle with. Sometimes fear is more effective than force. He didn't need to fight every city. He just needed stories of the cities he destroyed to spread faster than his army. By the time he showed up, people were often too scared to resist. That meant faster conquests and fewer losses. We remember Genghis Khan for what he destroyed, but we often forget what he created. A vast trade network across Asia and Europe, a single passport system, religious tolerance, a unified legal code, a mail system that stretched thousands of miles. The Mongol Empire was brutal, yes, but it was also organized, efficient, and ahead of its time. In many ways, it laid the groundwork for the modern world. Most emperors, after tasting luxury, grow weak. They become politicians. They stay in palaces. They let others lead, not Genghis. He lived like his soldiers, ate what they ate, slept in tents, rode into battle. Even at the height of his power, he kept the hard, nomadic mindset that got him there. That's rare, and it's why his enemies always underestimated him. So what made Genghis Khan unstoppable? It was never just one thing. It was a perfect storm. He didn't just build an army, he built a machine. One that moved faster, thought smarter, and struck harder than any force the world had seen. In the end, Genghis Khan didn't just conquer land, he conquered time. His empire may have faded, but his legacy? It's still here, in trade routes, in laws, in bloodlines. One man, born into nothing, changed the course of the world, and that's what made him unstoppable. Genghis Khan didn't live forever, but his influence did. His tactics, his systems, and his legacy still echo through history. He wasn't a myth. He wasn't just a killer. He was something much more dangerous, a man with vision, ruthlessness, and the will to reshape the world. Thanks for watching this episode of The Criminal Index. If you found this story fascinating, subscribe for more deep dives into the world's darkest minds and deadliest empires. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Like, comment and share to keep this series going. This was Genghis Khan, and this is The Criminal Index.